Guys, are you getting my voice? Okay. Screen is okay? Okay, very good. See, yesterday we have seen briefly how to create the linked list using linked list class of Java. Okay. We have seen briefly from the Java collections how to use linked list class to create the linked list. Similarly, today we have to see briefly how to create a stack by using stack class of Java. Clear? What is a stack? We already well known about the stack. A stack is a last in first out order. A stack always follows the last in first out order, in which always the last entered element can be removed first. Okay, that last element which is entered is called as the top of the stack. We can remove the element either we can perform in the additions or deletions only at the top of the stack. Only at the top of the stack. That is the we have very well known about the stack. Clear? We can perform either additions or deletions of the stack only at the one end, that is called top of the stack. Stack follows the order called last in first out order, that is LIFO order. Okay, some applications of this real world application of the stack is used in one area called word processor. In our MS Word processor, we are using the stack. Okay, so okay, the undo operation in the MS Word will work by basing on the concept of the stack only. Okay, it will work basing on the concept of the stack only. Whatever the modifications we are doing, every modification will go to the top of the stack. If you want to undo that one, the top of the stack will be removed. That's why we are able to get the last modified. Okay, by using the command undo command is working basing on the concept of the stack only. In the word processor, undo command is working purely basing on the concept of the stack only. That's why if you want to undo the work, simply we are using undo option so that we will get the last modification. What are the modification currently we make, it will go to the top of the stack. If you want to undo that one, simply we remove the top of the stack by pressing on that undo button. The top will be removed and the previous will come to the top. That is the one example of this one is the word undo command in the word process is one example. Similarly, another best example which we regularly known is the runtime stack. It is another example for the best example for this one. Did you have idea about this runtime stack? Guys, any one of you has the idea about the runtime stack? Had we heard this word? Otherwise, okay. Briefly, we will see this one, which is very important for us. Okay. Oh, not it is not related to that memory allocation. Okay. We will briefly see once. Why? Because it is also important one. In some time, it is needed for us. So we'll briefly see that one. Even though currently we don't want that one, in the future sometimes we want that one in some areas. When we have a method like this, void m1 internally, m1 is calling another method called m2. Similarly, while I am defining m2, guys, please don't write anything on the screen. Please writing on the screen. Please don't write anything. Now observe this one. If m1 is calling internally m2. M2 is calling M3, M3 is calling M4. I want to execute M1. If I want to execute M1, first who has to execute? First, which method has to execute? My final aim is I want to run M1. Internally, what will happen? M3, M4. Among these, first which one will execute? Guys, are you following? First M4 will be executed, then next M3 followed by M2 and M1. So when we are writing this line of code, internally one method is calling another method. Clear. Here how it will maintain that one, how it will understand that one means whenever the compiler is the processor is executing M1, whenever M2 has occurred. Okay, first it is we are calling M1. So top of the stack will be M1 will enter into the stack. While M1 is going on, again M2 has occurred. So again M2 will go to the top of the stack. Again M2 is calling M3. So the top of the stack next will become M3. Again M3 is calling M4. So the top of the stack will be M4. So first M1 will enter into the stack. Next M2 will enter into the stack. Next M3 will enter into the stack. Next M4 will enter into the stack. Okay. Now who is top of the stack? M4 is the top of the stack. So first M4 will get outside and M4 will get execute. Then M3 will come outside and M3 will get execute. Then M2 will come outside and M2 will get execute. Then M1 finally M1 will execute. Okay. Internally, when we have this programming, whether it is C, Java, or C++, internally when one method is calling the other method, okay, when we have the other methods in the program along with main method, if you are using many methods, it will maintain how the order of execution of methods will be maintained by using one thing called the runtime stack. Okay, all those methods will be maintained in this runtime stack. Okay, the runtime stack is useful for identifying the order of execution of the methods. Okay, by using this runtime stack, the processor will easily identify first which method it has. It has no confusion at all. Even the one method is calling other one like that, it has no problem at all. So the use of this runtime stack, it is also called as the stack trace. Runtime stack or method stack trace. We call it as a method stack trace. We call it as method stack trace. Whatever it is name, we call it as method stack frame. Clear. That is the briefly what the second real-time application of the stack is in the programming also to identify the order of execution of methods. Internally, it will maintain the stack. That particular one is called the runtime stack. Okay, these are some real-world examples for the stack where we are using the stack in the real world. Now, when we come to the stack class in Java, okay, Java collection framework provides a separate class called stack. The name of the class itself is a stack, which is used to implement the stack data structure. To implement the stack data structure, we have a separate class in Java collections that is called the stack class. Clear. So generally, what are the operations of the stack? Means the basic operations of the stack is push and pop. Okay, the stack class has the methods for implementing push as well as the pop, which are the basic operations of the stack. That it has two methods, push and pop are there. To implement push, there is a method. To implement pop, there are methods. Along with this push and pop, some other methods available in the stack class is empty, method empty to verify whether the stack is empty or not. Search. To find any element is present in the stack or not, we have to use the search method peek to know who is the top of the stack. These are some additional methods available in the stack class of Java. Push method, pop method, along with those two, which are basic ones. Empty method is there to know whether the stack is empty or not. Search method is there to search for any element in the stack. Peek method is there to know who is the top of the stack. Okay, these are the some important methods available in one. Next, the syntax for that stack is, it will be like this. The basic syntax for the stack will be like this. This is the syntax for this one. We are using the stack class. Stack parameter. If you observe similar to express parameter, stack parameter, stack name is equal to new stack of parameter. By using this syntax, happily we can create the stack. Okay, stack data structure can be created in the program by using this stack data structure. When we come to this stack, the hierarchy of the stack will be like this. Okay, the basic super class for this one is super one is the iterable. From iterable, collection is there. From collection, list is there. From list, vector is there. From vector, stack class is there. Okay, stack class is getting properties of vector. Vector is implementing the methods of list. Okay, the list is getting the methods of collection. Collection is getting the methods of iterable. So the hierarchy of the stack class is this one. Internally, directly we are using stack class. Internally, the stack class is getting properties of the previous ones like this. The stack is getting from vector. Vector is getting the method from list, collection, and iterable. This is the hierarchy of the stack class. Okay, simply we are getting stack class from vector. Okay, remaining hierarchy is this one. We have seen already this one in the previous one also. In the first diagram itself, we have already seen hierarchy of various data structures. This is the hierarchy of the stack class. Now, what are the methods available in the stack class? As already we see, push method is there. One important method available in the stack class is push method. Why? Because push operation is the basic operation of the stack. One of the basic operations, push operation. The aim of this push operation we already know. To add an element onto the stack, to the top of the stack, we use push. Similarly, the next important operation is the pop, to remove the top of the element. Okay, pop will remove the top element of the stack. If the stack is empty, the pop method will return an exception called empty stack exception. Whenever the stack is empty, the pop method will raise an exception that is called empty stack exception. See, the next one is the peek method. The peek method also returns the top of the stack only. There is a small difference between pop method and peek method. Pop method will remove the top of the stack and display the top of the element stack, whereas peek will just display the who is the top of the stack. It don't remove the top of the stack, only it will display who is at the top of the stack. The name will be given to the programmer, but it don't remove the top. When we apply the pop operation, the pop operation will remove the top of the stack. It will totally remove the top of the stack, whereas peek will not remove the top of the stack, but just simply it will show who is the top of the stack. That is the aim of this method, peek. Next, empty, to know whether the stack is empty or not. Okay, stack method will return true. If there is no elements in the stack, it will return true. If there is some elements, it will return false. Empty method is check whether the stack is empty or not. Next, search method is also available to search whether an element exists in the stack or not. We have to use the search method. Okay, the search method will help in identifying whether an element is present in the stack or not. If the element is not present in the stack, simply it will return -1. If the output of the search method is -1, means it indicates that that particular element is not present in the stack. Otherwise, if the element presents, it will give position of that element from the top of the stack. Starting from top of the stack, what is the position of the element that will be given by this search method. So these are some important methods in the stack class. Push to add the element, pop to remove the top of the element, peek to know who is the top of the stack, empty to check whether the stack is empty or not, search to search whether an element is present in the stack or not. If the element present, it will give the position of that element counting from top of the stack. If the element does not present, it will return -1. Okay. This is briefly these are the methods available in the stack class. Guys, are you following? Now we will see a small sample program for creation of a stack by using these methods. How to create the stack, how the stack will be working by using these methods. We will see a sample program. Guys, whether the program is visible or not, whether the program is clearly visible for you or not. Now see, first I have created a stack with the name yes. I have created a stack with the name yes by using the syntax stack, parameter is string, new stack of string. Yeah, here I have one point is there. Why we are writing string here? Yesterday in the linked list also we have written only string. Did anyone verified what is the string indicates there? Today also here it is showing the string only. Yesterday in the linked list also we have written string. What is, can anyone answer me? What is the reason why we are writing here string? Okay, set of elements it is okay. Why particularly only you are writing string? And why can't you write integer? Why can't you write float or double? Many data types are available in Java. Why we are writing only this string? Yesterday also same string we have written. So we have to get out why regularly we are writing only string. See, string in the main method has no relation with this one, with this string. The string method in the string in the main method is for command line argument. This string is for command line arguments. It has no relation to this our concept. See, the reason is very simple. In this example, the programmer is creating a stack for string items. Yes, exactly. This is the right answer. We are adding names. Here the programmer is writing example stack or linked list for string items, that is names. If you want to create a stack for numbers, you have to use integers. If you want to create a stack for decimal numbers, you have to use float or double. It is your wish. For which purpose you are creating stack? If you are creating in the previous example and this example, I have used string. Why? Because I am creating linked list in the previous program or stack in this program is for names only. If anybody want, I don't create the linked list for string. I want to create links for integer. Happily can create the linked list for integer class. No problem at all. Okay, it will happily accept the numbers. Here, is it clear? If anybody have any doubt, why we are using string means, if you want, you can change the data type. No problem at all. Instead of string, you can take the integer. Then you can add all the integer numbers to the stack. Is it clear, guys? Why I am using the string only here? Okay. Clear and why we are using the string? Only string ఎందుకు వాడుతున్నాను? నేను string elements రాస్తున్నానండి. I am entering the only the strings. నేను స్టాక్ లో ప్లేస్ చేయని స్ట్రింగ్స్ కాబట్టి స్ట్రింగ్ రాశాను. లేదు మీరు ఇంటీజర్ రాసుకుంటే అది మీ ఇష్టం. ఆడ ఇంటీజర్ రాసుకోండి. కాదు నా స్టాక్ లో ఫ్లోట్ వాల్యూస్ ఉండాలి మీరు ఫ్లోట్ రాసుకుంటారు. It is the depends on the programmer. Okay. So in this line, we are creating a stack with the name yes. Next, by using the push operation, we are happily adding some elements to the stack. I am adding first Ram, next Mohan, next Reddy. I am adding 3 elements to the stack by using this push operation, adding elements to the stack. We have successfully added elements to the stack by using this push operation. Next, first I am printing all the elements of the stack. Okay, I am printing all the elements of the stack yes, simply the elements of the stack yes, total elements I am printing. In this 12th line, I am printing the elements of the stack. In this example, how many elements we have entered? Here totally how many elements we have entered? We have entered the 3 elements. So what is the size of this stack now? Now the size of the stack is 3. So to check the size, if you want to know what is the size of the stack, we are using one method called s dot size. By calling this s dot size, we can know the size of the stack. To know number of elements, I am checking the method s dot size. Okay, to know how many elements are there, I am using s dot size method. Next, to know who is the top of the stack. How to know who is the top of the stack means to know who is the top of the stack, we are using one method called peak method, s dot peak. By using this s dot peak, we can know who is the top of the stack. Who is the top of these 3 elements? Who is the top of the stack in these 3 elements? See, Ram is not the top. Reddy is the top one. Why? Because first we entered Ram. It will go to stack. On the Reddy Ram, we have Mohan. On the Mohan, we have the Reddy. So the top of the stack will be Reddy. So the answer for this one is 16th line is Reddy will become the answer for this one. The top of the stack will be displayed by this peak method. Clear. Next, I have tested here. Push method I have tested. Size I have tested. Peak I have tested. Now I am testing this one pop also. S dot pop. The first popped element is when we call this pop method, immediately the top of the stack will be removed. Okay, whenever we call this top of the stack, immediately the top of the stack will be removed. The top of the stack will be removed. That means whenever first time when we call this S dot pop, immediately ready will be removed from the stack. Okay. After removing that one, I am displaying the remaining elements. After calling s dot pop, what are the remaining elements? As for answer, the remaining elements are only Ram and Mohan. 2 elements are there. Is it clear? Now, whenever we want to search the element, I have given, there is a method called search method to search the elements. I want to search whether Ram is present in the stack or not. I want to know whether Ram is present in the stack or not. So I am using s dot search. What is the result of the search method? The result of the search method is an integer number. It will return an integer number. If the element is found, the position of the element will be given to this k. If the element is not found, it will return -1. Is it clear? If the element is found, it will return the position of the element. If the element is not found, it will return -1. So the position of the element will be in the variable k. That's why I'm writing if k greater than -1, the search element is found at position k. Else the search element is not found. We are writing that one. Okay, we will run this this program once. Observe clearly. What are the elements we entered? Ram, Mohan, and Reddy. The elements of the stack is first element Ram, next Mohan, next Reddy. These are the first thing. Next, so we have displayed the elements of the stack. We have displayed. Okay, sorry, it has gone. Next, number of elements are 3. Who is the top of the stack? Reddy is the top of the stack. By using peak method, we identify Reddy is the top of the stack. Next, what is the first popped element from the stack? The first removed element from the stack is Reddy. Why? Because Reddy is the top. Pop always remove the topmost element of the stack. So Reddy is removed. Now the remaining elements after pop remaining elements are Ram and Mohan. Clear? Here we have given the search element is Ram. If you are giving what it is saying, if it is element is present, it will say the element is found at the position 2. If position 2 allow can anybody answer me? I am searching for Ram. It is saying the element Ram is found at the position 2. How this position 2 has came? If position 2 allow it is saying that the element, sorry, spelling mistake and yes, exactly. Mohan is at the top of the stack. Position ఎలా కౌంట్ చేసుకుంటుందంటే టాప్ నుంచి కౌంట్ చేసుకుంటూ వస్తుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ కౌంటింగ్ కౌంట్ ద ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ద టాప్ ఆఫ్ ద స్టాక్. సో టాప్ నుంచి కౌంట్ చేసుకుంటూ వస్తే ఉన్న రెండు ఎలిమెంట్స్ లో మోహన్ ఇస్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్, రామ్ ఇస్ ద సెకండ్ ఎలిమెంట్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ గివింగ్ రామ్ ఇస్ ద సెకండ్ వన్. Position is Ram. Clear. Remember, it will count from the top of the stack, not from the bottom of the stack. It will count the element from the top of the stack. This is briefly the how to create a stack by using stack class in Java. How can we create a stack and how can we perform operations on the stack? That is briefly the program about stack. Is it clear? Simply a simple program for creation of stack using stack class. Since we are using all stack class and the methods of stack class, our work is simple in this program. Generally, when we write the program for stack, we have to write lots of code. Previously, in our second 2 and data structures, what we have done when we want to write a stack program, we are writing lot of code. Okay, we are taking stack. First, we are taking the variable for maximum size of the stack. Next, by writing some code, we are inserting elements into the stack. For that one, we are writing a method for push. Push operation, we have to, for the push function, we have to write lot of code for adding elements into the stack. For pop operation, we have to write a code for removing elements from the stack. Clear. For displaying, we have to write the code. For displaying elements of the stack, we have to write the code. Like that, our program is lengthy. Why? Because for every concept operation, we have to write the code. If we are using the creating the same stack using stack class, the advantage is we are using the methods of the stack class. Every work is same. When we want to add elements to the stack, we have no need to call the write code for push operation. We have no need to write the code for push operation. When we want to know the size of the stack, we have no need to write the code for size. When we want to display the element, we have no need to write separate method. Simply we are using the existing one. When we want to know top, we have no need to write any code. Simply we are using calling keep method. When we want to pop, we have no need to implement the method pop. Directly we are using the existing method pop. Clear. When we want to set, we are not writing huge code. Simply we are calling the method set. Clear. Like that, when we create the same stack program using the stack class, the work code will be reduced. The programmer stress is reduced and also code is reduced. That is the simplicity. When we create linked list or stack using the Java collection framework, the work of the programmer will be reduced. The program will work more efficiently and also the work of the programmer will be reduced. That is the second concept. That is our second concept, stacks. How to create stacks. Is it clear, guys? Okay, for our session, only 4 minutes are remaining. If it is clear, I am removing the string with replacing string with integer. Why? Because yesterday some person has asked why you are writing only string. Is there any particular reason? There is no reason at all. See, if you are changing that string to integer, it is accepting the integer numbers. Your program is now for integer, you created the same stack program, but for integers, it will accept only integer values. It won't accept the string items. It will accept only integer items. Is it clear? General syntax, in general syntax, we have given string, but it is for string only. Don't fix it. For every syntax, we have to use regularly, we have to use string. Depending on your concept, for which purpose you are creating stack, for that data type, we have to take that suitable parameter we have to take. Is it clear, guys? If I want to write the stack for the integer numbers, I am using the integer. Is it okay? Good. Okay. Okay. Now the session is over. Again, I will send you the ID and password. Then we will see briefly the queue also, how to implement queue in Java by using the queue class. Similar to this one, simply we have another one called queue class is there. That we will see it. Okay. Again, I will send you the user ID and password. Now the session is going to be ended.